Right. Honorable Dr. Oscar Oswald Wambrau, Rector of Cenderawasih University, Honorable Professor Baltasar Kambuaya, the Head of Senate of Cenderawasih University, Honorable Dr. Mesak Ik, the Dean of Business and Economic Faculty of Cenderawasih, Honorable Dr. Rup Singh, the Acting Head of Accounting, Finance, and Economics at the University of South Pacific, Honorable Dr. Mylen Kambuaya, the Head of Accounting Department of Cenderawasih University, representatives 10-year officers from Cenderawasih University, the University of South Pacific, all students from both University of South Pacific and Cenderawasih University, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Nisa Bulaka Finaka. Welcome to this webinar marking one of the international partnership program between Universitas Cenderawasih and the University of South Pacific. My name is Elia Tandililing. You can call me Elia, and I feel very honored to be the master of ceremony for today. On behalf of the organizing committee, allow me to extend our gratitude and also our grateful feeling for the opportunity that we all can gather virtually to listen and discuss a topic that will be presented by our keynote speaker, the Honorable Professor Agustinus Salle. Our agenda today consists of 4 sessions, commenced by a welcoming speech, followed by presentation, question and answer session, and ended with a closing speech. Before we begin, I'd like to share some information for all participants. First of all, to avoid any potential distraction during the webinar, particularly the presentation, if it's not necessary, you will be required to mute your microphone. Second, at the end of this webinar, the attendance list will be shared and attached on the chat box. Please fill out the attendance list as our documentary for today's agenda. And after the webinar, you will be given a this webinar is live broadcast on YouTube, and the link will be shared on the chat box. So if one of you can unable to attend this webinar, you can follow this webinar session through YouTube channel. And last but not least, kindly reminder to all participants to apply the webinar background. So, is Dr. Oscar has already attended this webinar?
Yes.
Okay. Without further ado, I would like to invite the Rector of Cenderawasih University, Dr. Oscar Oswald Wambrau, to deliver his welcoming speech. Please, Dr. Oscar.
Thank you, Mr. Elia. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
To the Honorable Dr. Rup Singh, Acting Head of the School of Accounting, Finance, and Economic at the University of South Pacific, Professor Mesak Ik, Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Business, Cenderawasih University, and the Dr. Mylen Kambuaya, Chair of the Accounting Department Lectures, Dean of the Business School, and Head of the Accounting Department, Finance and Economic at the University of South Pacific. All academic, from Cenderawasih University and South Pacific University, as well as all participants who attended this webinar. First of all, as a rector of Cenderawasih University, I would like to thank the Faculty of Economic and Business, Cenderawasih University, for preparing today's webinar activities. The aim of this activity is firstly as a follow-up to the implementation of the collaboration that Cenderawasih University carried out with University of South Pacific at 1 month ago in the USP campus at Suva, Fiji. And the second goal is to visit the professor in between universities. In this webinar, will strengthen academic relation between the two universities because there will be sharing of knowledge and by both parties, and the third objective today's activities can provide understanding to all parties regarding the implementation of special autonomy in Papua and how equitably it is the Papua people from an academic perspective. Cenderawasih University is honored to be able to start a new chapter of collaboration with the University of South Pacific through visiting professor activities. This exciting initiative not only represents a significant step in developing an innovative and collaborative educational environment at Cenderawasih University, but also underscore the importance of our contribution to Papuan society. The focus of the visiting professor program is on knowledge exchange, which will provide extraordinary value for all participants. Today's topic is about accountability for special autonomy in Papua province. We see that topic as an important aspect of financial management that has a direct impact on regional development in Papua. Apart from that, we are also aware of the urgent problem currently being faced, including the low human development index, high poverty rates, as well as problem of accountability and transparency in implementation. Papua has a unique position because of the special autonomy policy implemented by the Indonesian central government to encourage regional development and improve the quality of human resource in Papua. The theme of special autonomy is very interesting and relevant to Papua. We hope that this topic can bring constructive discussion and input from the academic community at both Cenderawasih University and University of South Pacific. We also hope that South Pacific University can share insight regarding relevant economic and business topic with us in the future for the progress of Cenderawasih University and Papua as a whole. We are committed to fostering an environment of openness and mutual collaboration. Through this meeting, University of the South Pacific Fiji, like leaders, lecturers, and students. Apart from academic lecture via Zoom, I also hope to visit Cenderawasih University, Papua, as a student exchange, as a research collaboration for lectures, and we can be more creative. Special collaboration in the academic and social culture fields, so that it can provide opportunity for these two universities to increase their collaboration in the future. On behalf of the university, I would like to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation to everyone who carry out the webinar today, especially Dr. Rupings, as acting head of the Faculty of Accounting, Finance, and Economic, University of South Pacific, for this constructive communication with us at Cenderawasih University. I would also like to thank the Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Business and the head of the accounting department, including all lecturers and staff of the Faculty and Economic Business Cenderawasih University. To keynote speaker, Professor Agustinus Salle, and the moderator, Dr. Juliana Waromi. Thank you for leading this webinar today. And to all participants representing academic community from both university, I wish you the best of luck with this webinar, and we look forward to continue to build a collaboration and innovative learning ecosystem between Papua and Fiji. I think this is what I can say, that this activity as a welcome greeting at this time to all participants in this visiting professor lecture activities. Hopefully all these activities can run on time. I think that's what can I say. Thank you. God bless us all. Healthy greeting for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you for the welcoming speech by the rector of Cenderawasih University. Please, you can give a sign of clap, yeah, for a big applause for the welcoming speech. Now, we entering the presentation and the question and answer session. This session will be moderated by the Honorable Dr. Julia Waromi from the Department of Accounting of Cenderawasih University. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor now to hand over this session to Dr. Juliana Waromi. Dr. Juliana Waromi, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Elia. It's my pleasure to be the moderator in the webinar today. We should be grateful for being given good health and the opportunity to improve our capacity and productivity. Well, I would like to greet everyone with warmth and enthusiasm. Good morning, ni Sabula Finaka. Welcome to today's session of the Visiting Professor series, where we delve into critical issues regarding the topics to be discussed. The Visiting Professor is in the form of a webinar, is a follow-up based on a Memorandum of Understanding regarding international partnership to build world-class business program between Cenderawasih University and the University of South Pacific, and a letter of agreement for the accounting department in collaboration with the School of Accounting and Finance at the University of South Pacific. Furthermore, we hope that everyone is doing well and that we can all gain knowledge and a deeper understanding of the public financial management in the context of Papua's special autonomy through this webinar. Our topic of webinar today is accountability in Indonesia's affirmative action of special autonomy in Papua province, performance, problems, and expectation. This topic holds immense significance as it addresses the complexities surrounding affirmative actions and special autonomy in the context of Papua province, Indonesia. Special autonomy is a form of government commitment to Papua. Special autonomy began from 21 to 22 as and is currently continued with period 2 from 2022 until 2041. Through the discussion, we will get information related to the performance challenges and problems that have emerged in the implementation of special autonomy phase 1. We also discuss about the expectation for the future. What are the aspirations of Papuan people? What measure can be taken to ensure greater accountability, inclusivity, and empowerment moving forward? These are some of the questions we will be explored in the depth during the webinar. Together with the keynote speaker who has attended this morning. He is a professor in public sector accounting at the Cenderawasih University of West Papua, Indonesia. He holds a Master of Economics from the University of New England in Australia and a Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science from Brawijaya University in Indonesia. He is highly regarded for his extensive experience as a consultant for the government of Papua, where he has played a vital role in advancing public financial management practices at the local government level since 1992. He recognized work has been featured at numerous international conferences and published in esteemed accounting and management journals. Currently, he is sharing his expertise by teaching public sector accounting and regional finance at the Department of Accounting, Cenderawasih University. Participants of the webinar, allow me to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guest professor, Professor Agustinus Salle. Hello, Professor Agustinus.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you?
Yeah, just fine.
We are honored to have you with us, Professor Agustinus. After this, may I call you Mr. Agus?
Agus, yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I hope you enjoy this time. Okay, I just want to remind, as NC mentioned before, kindly allow me to inform several things before starting the presentation. The streaming or channel we use Zoom and another channel use YouTube that has been shared by committee. Zoom audio is turned off so that the speaker's presentation can be heard clearly. You are welcome to on your camera, but please refrain from speaking. We will provide time for question. Therefore, we kindly request that you allow the keynote speaker to present his topic first. We have structured today's session into two main sessions. Our session 1 is the presentation, where the keynote speaker talk about his topic for 25 minutes. After that, followed by session 2, a 30 minutes question and answer session. I still remind all of you, don't forget to fill out in the attendance at the link provided in the chat room to get a certificate. I hope these guidelines are clear and we can proceed with the webinar shortly. Well, without further ado, let's kick off with presentation. I will give Mr. Agus 25 minutes to present his work. Mr. Agus, we all can't wait for you to share your expertise and everything you have in store. Mr. Agus, the time is yours.
Mr. Agus, I'm going to share your presentation. Please repeat.
I can.
Oh, okay then. Okay, sorry.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks. You, Miss Julie. Are you there?
Yes, I'm
Thank
I'm
you,
here.
Miss Julie.
Are
Thanks
you?
for introducing me to the participants of this seminar. Good morning for Professor Kambuaya, their Chancellor, Oscar, and all lecturers and students of Cenderawasih University who is now attending the webinar. My greetings to the senior lecturer, the leader and Faculty of Economy in University of South Pacific, dear lecturers and students. Welcome to this online webinar. The titles of this webinar is it's accountability in Indonesian affirmative action of special autonomy in West Papua. Performance problems and expectations. I want to say that I'm talking about the accountability from Jayapura, Indonesia. Jayapura is about it is a west side of Papua New Guinea. The objectives of this presentation is to provide an overview of the spatial autonomy, to provide accountability issues. Yes. What about the speaker? You know this. How about the speaker, Bu Julie?
Yes, okay. Continue.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. We have 4 objectives here, and the content of the economy, facts and problems of Papua, the main objective of special autonomy. Special autonomy funds in the first period from 2002 to 2021. And why should we care about accountability? This question is very important for us, lecturers and students in the university. Selected affirmation policy, affirmative macro indicators, the new arrangement from 2022 to 2041. And I hope at the end I will show some sort of roles our education, higher education institutions. I mean, the role of Uncen. Okay, about the land of Papua. The land is the easternmost part of Indonesia. The land is located on the western side of Papua New Guinea. And this province joined as part of Indonesia since 1969. The land has abundance of natural resources. About 422,000 square kilometers the area, and Papuans have around 270 regional languages. Currently, it has 6 provinces, 30 districts, and 2 cities. The population is around 5.4 million. 61% live in rural areas and 39% live in urban areas. Facts and problems is the picture of our peoples in rural areas. Facts and problems of Papua of has isolated region, particularly in the highland and valleys areas. High poverty rates, human rights issues, we still have human rights issues, and low human development index, ongoing challenges of historical integrations with Indonesia. What's a special autonomy? We say special autonomy, we mentioned special autonomy in Papua is a general policy framework intended to provide greater control and authority for their development. Their special autonomy also called asymmetric decentralization. It is a variant of decentralization power concept. It's why what happened with special autonomy? Why special autonomy is so important? These conflict resolutions in Indonesia. We use the policy as a conflict of resolution. Why special autonomy? From Papua, there's a concern about some problems of Papua, the poverty, the human development index, and others problems. And from Jakarta, this has provide more opportunity for Papua development. So the meeting of Papuan and from central government, they discussed in 1998 to 2001 that we should use or apply special autonomy for Papua in order to help Papuan help themselves. For the low autonomy, we have 3 low autonomy in Papua. I mean, since the beginning of the introduction of special autonomy, we have 3 laws. The special autonomy first established in 2001 and the amendment in 2008. That's for the establishment of Papua Barat province. And the second amendment is law number 2 of 2021 issued for the last amendment issued for the continuation of this autonomy fund, the formation of regional governments, and solving the first problems of the implementation. Main provisions of the special autonomy. Governor and deputy governor should be native or indigenous Papuans. Formation of the Papuan People's Assembly, or we call it what's happened here, Martha? Additional funds under special autonomy and supporting native Papuans at all levels of education, providing quality of healthcare services, ensuring job access and availability to all Papuans, supporting religious and development and its institution. As I mentioned in the last slide, that the governor and deputy governor should be Papuan. The governors elected since 2001, Pak Baswebu, who's there? Pak Solosa. There are 5 governors. 3 of them are in Papua province. 2 are in Papua Barat, or you can call it West Papua. What about the special autonomy fund? We have special autonomy funds transferred from Jakarta since 2002. Even if the regulations already been in action or put in 2001, the transfer of funds is start from 2002 to 2022. Is the figures is all about, yeah, and the transfer of funds total is 1,051 trillion rupiahs, or converts to dollars, it's about 10,087 US billion dollar. Main uses of the funds is in education, yeah, for scholarship for indigenous Papuans, salaries for teachers, school employees, and so on. In health services, the fund is used for primary healthcare services. The fund is used for social assistance, agricultural development, and for infrastructure. The fund is used for constructing a new small airports, pioneer ship docks, assistance with public housing for the peoples in rural areas. That's the main use of the funds in the first period. Who manage the fund? The fund are mainly managed by provincial government. About 70% is managed by provincial government. 27% managed by regency and city government, and 3% is managed by village government. So the money, the funds is also allocated to village government for public participation in all villages in Papua. Besides the funds managed by the government, Indonesian government also give some sort of selected affirmations. For example, here we have political appointment of legislative members of Papua. One quarter of legislative member is elected in for Papuans people. Higher educations. For higher education, the government in Indonesia has a program called ADIK. The ADIK is government support program to support prospective Papuan students to access the higher education university in Indonesia. We also have entrepreneurial policy or program. Papuan entrepreneurs have priority in procurement of goods and services in the government. And in the employment opportunities, priority is given to Papuan to become a C47, about 80%, except for jobs that require special competencies. Why should we care about accountability and transparency? In running the special autonomy in Papua, there is main considerations. We are now talking in Papua because there are still some problems about the accountability and transparency. In Indonesia, the accountability is the legal obligations. Accountability and transparency of funds managed by local governments, it's legal obligation. Also, it's to increase compliance to the regulation, to measure performance, to provide incentive, rewards and punishment, to enhance public trust, to increase participation, and to reduce corruption. That's all why we should care about the accountability and transparency. We still have some issues in accountability and transparency in the first period of spatial autonomy. So the absence of grand designs during the first period, minimal publication, we have lack of publication pertaining to the planning and budgeting evaluation, lack of focus on preparing development program, lack of public participation, result and impact performance mostly ignored, lack of monitoring and supervision guidelines, issues of data availability. We still have problems of limited coordination among local governments in Papua. Also, see local government and central government, conflict over fund distribution, conflict mainly from province with the district and cities, and delay in disbursement of the funds. We have Human Development Index and poverty indicators. I present this as a measure of, say, like the impact of spatial autonomy. There are still a lot of other impacts, but for the general ones, the data available in Indonesia or also in Papua is very scarce, and we only consider human development and poverty. Human development compare Papua and Indonesia. Here we see with the red box here that human development in Papua province is still lowest in Indonesia. Papua here 32.25, Papua Barat is 66, and Indonesia Human Development Index is 33.55. The good point, I will show you here that the slope or trend is higher for Papua Barat and Papua compared to Indonesia. Yeah. But if we see the Human Development Index within Papua, there's still problems for all the districts with most Papuans occupied. Yeah. Human Development Index in most districts of where people of Papuans occupy is 49%, compared to a better regions, 74% for people for city and districts in mixed region. I mean, mixed regions here is that the districts where a lot of migrants are staying there. About the poverty, we have problems of poverty in Indonesia, especially in Papua, but in Papua, we still have 26% and 21% in West Papua. That's a poverty rate in Papua. Compared to Indonesia, we have 9.54%. But we also see here that there is a good for this poverty rate comparison, that the decline of poverty rate in Papua is higher than the Indonesian average. That's a good point. But if we compare the poverty rate within Papua, we still have here problem of districts in Papua where most people are staying there. It's about 33.48%. That's the average. Compared to the mixed regions, 11.74%. One might ask, why are the trend in poverty rate and human development index in Papua are better than the other regions as Indonesia as average? There are two theories that can explain that. It's the governance theory. Convergence theory states that countries or regions with low per capita income tend to grow faster than those with high per capita income because they have more potential for growth than has not been fully exploited. Others, theory of indigenous development theory. This theory emphasizes the importance of internal factors such as investment in people, education, and health, for example, in innovation, in supported policy to stimulate growth. In underdeveloped areas where infrastructure and human resources may be underdeveloped, investment in these factors can lead to faster growth. These are the two theories that can explain why the growth in Papua is much better than in other Indonesians, average Indonesian. New arrangement from the second amendment of the law that the special autonomy funds is increased from 2% to 2.5% of national general allocation fund. The Papua Development Acceleration master plan, or we call it in Indonesia RIP3, their grand design. This design is not available in the first period. So I would like to mention that with the grand designs, there is a target in 2041. Here are the targets. Poverty rate in percent from 27% in 2021 to about 2% in 2041. Life expectancy rate in here from 65% in 2021 to 68% to 2041. Districts with malaria eliminations, all cities will be malaria elimination. That means there's no malaria anymore in Papua. We hope that will happen in 2041. Average years of schooling in year from 2007 2071 to 10,000. It's average that they already passed the high school. Unemployment rate in percent from 6% to 2% in 2041. A real investment in trillion rupees. We hope that there will be 174 trillion rupees in 2041. We still have new problems in the second period. Well-performing programs are in danger of not continuing, especially, for example, scholarship, community empowerment program for villages. Also, the limited progress in supervision and monitoring by the central governments, since I still see at the moment there is no supervision, monitoring. After we have already entered the second period, we have in 2024, it's means that we already been in 2 years in the second period of law of the Second Amendment. Regulation for community participation is not been prioritized. There is still a problem of regulations of community development.
Excuse me, Mr. Agus.
Yes.
Just remind you that you only have 7 minutes left.
Okay, thank you. What we have learned so far, the lack of accountability and transparency, we still have that. It remains crucial for the central government to oversee and monitor the development of Papua, and the establishment of data centers and advancement in information technology is crucial. The development of infrastructure and facilities is vital to overcome geographical isolation. This has already been started since our President Jokowi Dodo, and hopefully in the new presidents, Prabowo, he will continue this program. Enhancing development in Papua is not solely dependent on increasing funds transferred to Papua. I put this comment since the central government always relate the funds transferred to Papua. They say that funds transfer is too big, so it's enough to to develop to Papua development. But I should say here that the enhancement of Papua is not solely dependent on increasing of the fund, even if we double the funds. So there still a need for good governance. New proposal for for us here, collaboration in the shared topics is there are 6 points here that I would like to say invite South Pacific University to have comment on this and collaboration in topics related to the decentralization and fiscal transfer, collaboration in entrepreneurial development, and also in encouraging regulation to increase accountability and transparency, encouraging regulation to enhance community participation, also encouraging international collaboration for the Papua development. And the final one is encouraging scientific publication at national and international in special autonomy. That's all I have, Ibu Julie. So thank you, and hopefully there will be time for discuss any of the issues I present here. Thank you, Ibu Julie.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Agus, for using the time well. I wanted to express my gratitude for your insightful presentation. It was a pleasure learning from you during your presentation, and I'm sure we all look forward to further discussion. Well, I think there are questions from participants. I will provide opportunities for participants who want to ask questions, comment, and discussions. The first session was given to 3 people through raise hand, and the second session through the chat room. If time permits, we will have another session for additional question. To ask a question, kindly set your name, position. If you are a student, please mention your semester. And if you are a lecturer, please specify your field of expertise. And don't forget to mention your affiliations, like Department of Accounting, Cenderawasih University, or School of Accounting and Finance, University of South Pacific, on the others. For information, Mr. Agus, there were 85 participants who joined this webinar via Zoom. Okay, I'll give opportunity to participants to ask questions about the materials Agus shared for us today. All participants, you can raise hands, so you can ask your question to Mr. Agus directly, or you can write down with chat Zoom. Okay, Pak. Mr. Agus, I think it's a interesting topic. That are many problems, but I hope it's a good way from pemerintah to take affirmative action to develop Papua.
Kalau tidak ada, mungkin saya Bu Yuli.
Okay, please. Professor Ari?
Okay, thank you so much. It's an interesting topic, Prof. Agus. And I think it's transparency and accountability has become important for Papua. As you're aware, it's actually, I often say to students, actually, spatial autonomy for Papua is like soft therapy, you know. Before we receive spatial autonomy, we have limited budget for developing Papua. But after we receive spatial autonomy, we have a lot of money. Then the government can choose to spend to the public goods like in education and health. And it occur also issue about the corruption in Papua. So is there any suggestion for you or recommendation? Because I believe that if corruption still exists in Papua, I think some people believe that it's actually a spatial autonomy for Papua. It seems to be failed. So perhaps you have some idea about this one. Thank you, Prof. Agus. Thank you, Ibu.
Okay. Mr. Agus, can you answer the question?
Thank you, Prof. Ari. We already have the problems of corruptions. And as long as the issues of corruptions is still on in Papua, we see that accountability and transparency is very low. The problems of good governance. Yeah, if we the literature in transparency said that if there is transparency from local government or from the governments, yeah, the corruption will be slowed down or even decrease. If we continue, if we transparent in our budget, participate peoples in our planning and in our budgeting, and have a sort of accountability, giving report to people, giving report to the public. So there must be some sort of development in or in good governance. That's the best policy we see from level. We see here that there are many, or I should say, there are few of our districts leader and in Papua have already been put in jail because of this corruption. And why is that corruption happens? It's mainly because of the limited transparency or even no transparency at all. We see here that there is no transparency in our budget. Yeah? The budget only discussed. The legislative members discussed the budget, but the legislative members sometimes don't even know what already been put in the budget, what already put in the programs. So that's the problems we have here in the budget. Yeah. Also, the connection of the budget with the planning. Even if we have plannings or public idea for planning, and we might don't have that sort of budget to support the planning idea from peoples, from the public. That's all I can have, Prof. Ari. Or you can,
Yes.
yeah.
Really,
Yes.
you have to give a chance and invite our participant from USP first.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I will give opportunity or time to students or lecturer from USP. Okay. Okay. We wait a response from student or lecturer from USP. It interesting about the question from Mr. Ari. How about capacity of human resources, Mr. Agus? How they can manage fund from government before and after the police, what the police.
Yes, individually, the human the human issues what do you call it, the officials in the governments still a lack of still a lack of what do you call it? They already have the experience there to conduct the budgeting and the planning, but we should care what they are. Prof. Ari already said about the corruption. Why? The staff already been trained, but the corruption is still going on. That's the problems we have here. Is there a human issues, or there is still a lack of control, lack of supervisions from the central government, or even from the local governor or local leader?
that's the other side of problem we face in implementation of special autonomy law with regard to human capacity. Okay. Prof. Ari and me, we know what have been discussed in National University in Singapore. A big question is why special autonomy law in Papua failed? And also a big question with regard to why, in terms of regional competitiveness, Papua always in the bottom line the other hand, Papua, we have special autonomy law, we have a lot of money, we have we rich in natural resources, but question is why? Why we always see the bottom line? Like poverty, we are number one in Indonesia. Like human development index, or something like that. This is problem we discussed with regard to implementation of special autonomy law. Okay, we don't say that this is a problem of human capacity of human in Papua, because every year we graduate a lot of students here, a lot of graduates from the university, not only Cenderawasih University, but also other private in Papua. But why? Why? In my perception, is problem of leadership capacity. It's a problem of management capacity. Our leader in Papua. Okay, management capacity and leadership capacity. Okay, that's the main basic problem. Because we know that in organization, leader have responsibility to drive everything. Also, regard to how to use properly, or how to use money properly. Okay, August, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Bert, for your explanation. And I still give a chance, opportunity, time for students and lecturer from USP. But now we have one question in chat room. Please shown for us. Okay, I will.
I can do that, Ibu Julie,
Okay.
if you want. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Professor Salle. I am Irma, a lecturer in management at the Faculty of Economics and Business. My question is, how can Papua autonomy facilitate more effective and responsive planning and management of education to meet local needs in Papua?
Thank you, Mr. John.
John, is it about the human development issues or something like that? You want?
It is really about how can special autonomy can facilitate effective and responsive planning activity, and also how management of education actually meet local needs of in Papua. I think there are two questions here. First is actually how special autonomy can facilitate more effective and responsive plan. And then how can special autonomy facilitate management of education to meet local needs in Papua? So that's actually two questions.
Okay. Thank you. I do think, thank you, John, for the questions. for local needs of education in Papua, in our local in our local planning, local planning educations, they already has the planning for 5 years and every years. They already put how they can arrange a program to solve the local needs. Yeah. Of course, if they have a problems there, they should ask. They go down to villages or to the public and ask the people there what are the real problems people are facing. And then after that, they come up with a program for 1 year before put it in the budget. And, that's the local needs. Also, we have some sort of discussions from Cenderawasih University, private university in Papua. Yeah, we discuss these local needs of educations, and hopefully that the needs are put in the programs program. But sometimes, yeah, or even sometimes we don't see the programs they do put in the budget. We cannot see that, so we cannot participate effectively with the budget control and participation. So that, yeah, I know that there's a lot of problems about the program in Papua, especially for program for Papua, because there are so many activities and programs they decide in the government. Yeah, so we should sometimes we discuss that the government should focus on some effective program. For example, in higher education for fellowship in basic education, we have to arrange for some sort of local educations, and we call it local education for in Papua. What are people needs? We should focus on that. Also, we call it Pola Asrama. How would you call it? Boarding school. Yeah? Boarding school is very important, but sometimes they forget to increase the management of the boarding school. Yeah, a lot of program, but we should focus on several programs so we can. I should say we can arrange, we can supervise, we can monitor if the program is focused. But if we have some monitor or supervise. That's what the governments are facing now.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your information. The lecturer and there are students from SP. They have a problem internet connection, so they have to leave this room. So we still wait them to join again in this room. Mr. Agus, we still have several questions from participant in the chat room. From Elsian Marlita, a lecture in economy of economics and business. She had a question about why underdeveloped regions grow faster than other regions. They are trend data.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Sorry, where is it? The PowerPoint here. Professor.
Yeah.
Professor. Where is it? Yeah. I got these two theories to explain why the here why are the regions in Papua have a slow has a high slope, better slope, I should say, than or compared to other regions. Say, for example, in the poverty rate, yeah, we have here the poverty rate in Papua for 5 districts with 60%, yeah, the slope. It means that every year there's an increase about 0.4% in poverty rate, in decreasing the poverty rate in these five districts compared to other regions. For example, Jayapura, Sami, and so on, who has 0.55%. So, of course, 0.44%, 64% is higher than 0.55%. Why? That's the questions. And also in the issues of Human Development Index. Human Development Index, the slope in the most Papuan regions, say 0.84% compare to the mixed regions. I mean, the regions with probably 50% mixed Papuans and migrants. Say the slope there is 0.50%. That means the Human Development Index are getting better in most Papuan regions compared to the other regions, for the mixed regions, I should say. Why? I look for the explanation, or probably something like we call it theory. Theory is convergence theory. Convergence theory states that per capita income tend to grow faster than those with high per capita income. Why? Because they have more potential growth. They have more potential for growth that has not been fully exploited. So that there are potential for growth that not fully exploited. That's the answer for convergence theory. From the indigenous development theory, the theory stress that the emphasis of the internal factors such as investment in people, education, and healthcare, innovation, and supported policy to stimulate economics growth. So here, in the indigenous development theory, we see the internal factors such investment in people development. So if we educate and provide more health services for those people in rural areas, it will increase the human development index more than those in the developed one. These are the theories. Yeah, I should say I see that these two theories much better.
Yeah. Can I read the question, Ibu Dr. Julie? Dr. Julie? Yes. Okay, then I can read the question. So, question from Professor Elshan Marlisa. I think it there are two questions, and then Prof. Agus actually has answered both of them. I think it is quite clear. And then there is another question actually from Fadli Yisar. Hello, Prof. Salle. I am Fadli Yisar. My question is, as we know that Papua has been divided into several provinces, how to deal with this regarding autonomy, which used to be centralized in only one province, and now there are several provinces in Papua now. Yeah, I think it's been very clear question. If you can answer directly, Saleh.
Sorry about that. We have 6 provinces at the moment. Yeah, since we established 4 provinces, the central government established 4 provinces in 2022, I think. Okay. 2022, there are 4 more provinces. Originally, we have 2 provinces, and in 2022, we had 4 provinces. The idea of the establishment of the other provinces, 4 provinces that we have, well, we call it, there's a difference in culture between people in South Papua, in Highland Papua, and other parts. So the government see that it's better to organize to develop. It's better to provide or to give a chance for government in Papua or public in Papua to arrange or to develop themselves or to arrange themselves regarding what they are going to see with their development in those provinces. So we call it pemerintahan ada or with government by culture. So there are 7 group of cultures in Papua, and only 1 left. Probably, I think there will be another province in Cenderawasih later on. But they have another culture there in this Cenderawasih, Lake, or what they call Cenderawasih area. So the establishment of another 4 province provide a chance for the government, local province governors to provide to better develop their regions according to their cultures. That's what I think. And yeah, that's the answer for the questions.
Yeah. Another good question coming from Dr. Bill Pangayo. I think this is a very good question that you may answer it directly. Good morning. I am Bill Pangayo from Cenderawasih University. Prof. Agus, what do you think about the role of media such as newspaper, TV, internet would increase the transparency and accountability of the special autonomy in Papua? So it is actually the role of media that we have in Papua that you think they could increase the transparency and accountability.
Yeah, I also see that the media can fulfill the need for transparency and transparency. But the problems that our local governments until now, they don't use that media. Yeah, they don't. They are lack of using the media, social media. There are those. They are looking lack of using their the transparency in their site. Examples, even the central government already arranged or regulates that every government, every entity of the governments, from the central to the locals, they should transparent in their planning and in their budgeting and put it in the web. Because the web is okay, yeah. It's easy. It's easy for people. Yeah. So, but we have to realize also that in Papua there's still scarce. I mean, like I still low percentage of people are using the media or the internet, because as I said that most people in Papua is about 61% stay in a rural area. They are not. They cannot. They cannot join with the media. So who can have and contact with the media are all only for those who stay in the urban area in cities. So it's about only 39% of our populations in Papua.
Yeah. Ibu Yuli, do we still have enough time to answer all? Because there are still other three questions from three participants in this room. How many questions that we have to answer? I'm very sorry. Maybe we don't have enough time. Your voice is still muted,
Okay.
Dr. Jolie.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. John. I think we have a little time for answer the three questions, but we still give opportunity to students or lecture from USP if they are in Zoom.
Yep.
It's pleasure to you can ask or comments or discussion about the topic for us. I saw the Senal Chan. It's a one of from USB. Would you like to ask question or comment or discussion? Okay. We go to the next question from accounting student. Her name Elta. She would like to ask about accountability in Papua region, especially the interior for 2024. He asks about your opinion or your view, Mr. Agus, what percentage of the level of accountability in Equalis. Thank you. So he asks about the accountability in 2024.
Thank you for the questions. Yeah, I haven't predicted questions. What will happen with the accountability in 2041? I think at the end of the second period of special second period of funds transfer to Papua. I hope that people, students, and lecturers are now having their ideas of how to push the government in Papua or even in the central government to transparent or and accountable with their budget. So we have to push that. I hope we will have this the same level with, say, for example, South Sulawesi. Yeah? But I should say there are still problems, even in Indonesia, itu Juli. If in Indonesia, I should say that, but because the accountability and the transparency issues already been in our law, in our rules, but the governments, the central government still have lack of implementing the rules. So we have to push that. I cannot predict what will happen in 2041. Sorry. Thank you, Bu Julie.
Okay. Okay, we next to two questions. The next question from Boy Kekri. He is lecturer from Economics Department, Cenderawasih University. Hi, Mr. Boy. The question is, I hope to get confirmation from Mr. Agus. Will finance transparency still guarantee in accurate the future? So
Yes, thank you, Mr. Boy. The transparency is already been in Indonesian law, Indonesian rules, that the local government should be transparent in their what's that called, planning, in the budgeting, and in monitoring and evaluation of their programs. So they have to be transparent in that, because that's the obligation of the government, even in the central government. That's the obligations, not only for the local government, but also for the central government. But we see here at the moment, Ibu Julie and Pak Boy and others, that the central government already been transparent in budgeting, in public reporting of their financial reports. Yeah, we can see, we can look at the BPK or Audit Board of Indonesia. Also from the Department of Finance, we see the allocation of transfer fund from the central government to local governments. Already been transparent in what should I call, in the web of Minister of Finance, Minister of Finance. The budget already been in there. We should say that the budget of local governments every month sent to the Minister of Finance, and they put it on the web. But if we ask the budget from the local government, they don't even show up the budget. They don't want to share. They don't want us to see. But we can have the budget information from this Minister of Finance. That's we can call it some sort of transparency from the local government. Yeah, that's what I have, Ibu Julie.
okay, thank you, Mr.
Please, yeah.
Agus.
Yeah.
Mr. Boy, is it clear?
Okay.
Okay.
It is actually the last question
Yes.
from He is actually a lecturer, Pak Utu Prestantik. There are actually two questions, and it's a little bit difficult question for me. I don't know. Okay, what are the key indicators used to measure the accountability of Indonesia's affirmative action under the special autonomy in Papua province, and how have this action performed against these metrics? And then the next question, the second question, is actually how does the implementation of special autonomy policy in Papua province illustrate specific theories? That's the theories that you actually referred before. There's specific theories or in politics or administration, and how does this impact our understanding of these theories?
I think for the indicator, for the first question
is about key indicators.
Indicators for public for the trend. I should say that theory of accountability still we still have a problem with that theory. And if we use the theories of accountability, we can say, example, this is only for examples. In accounting, we have audit. If the government have already obtained what should I call? What should I call? I forgot that one. WTP. Appeal. How do you call it? Appeal? I forgot.
Unqualified opinion.
Yes, unqualified opinions. We use the unqualified opinions for the indicators, in terms of we use accounting features for that one. I don't know whether we can help, we can build the indicator from those or from economics or from management. But from accounting point of view, we have the accountability measures by using opinion of audit. That's what I see for the accountability indicator. For also, that's a transparency indicators. But the second answer, the second question for it's too long to describe, is it? Or can Pak to explain it? Are you here, Pak Utu?
Okay. Okay, I think it's enough, Mr. Agus. There is still one question, but it appears that we have run out of the time and must conclude the webinar. So we thank you for Mr. Agus for all your presentation. So we have to conclude the webinar. I understand many of you all still have questions, but unfortunately, we are limited by times constraints. However, this provides opportunity for us to host another webinar in the future or another webinar from the University of South Pacific. Before I conclude, I would like to share some final thoughts. The special autonomy is a form of affirmative actions by the government to develop Papua. The second, accountability and transparency are important points in the financial management of special autonomy in Papua. And the third, the role of university through research collaboration to optimize the implementation of special autonomy phase 2. Finally, I conclude that despite challenges in its performance and problems, the Special Autonomy Initiative aims to accelerate development in the province and bring it in line with the development of other province across the nation. To achieve the objectives of this initiative effectively, accountability in the management of the funds is necessary. Finally, I would like to express my gratitude to all participants who join us today, including those who posed insightful questions. I'm confident that we have all gained valuable knowledge on the topic. For Mr. Agus, thank you very much for your sharing knowledge, insight, all of us in today. Thank you all very much. Vinaka Fakalevu. My time is returned to your Mr. Elia.
Thank you. Our keynote speaker, Professor Agustinus Salle, for the presentation, as well as Dr. Julia Waromi for conducting the presentation. Please give a big round of applause, and you can express your reaction by clicking the clapping sign. Now we've reached the final session, our agenda today. At this moment, I would like to invite the Head of Accounting Department of Cenderawasih University, Dr. Mylan Kambuaya, to deliver her closing speech. Please, Dr. Mylan.
Thank you, Mr. Elia. Hi, hello everybody. I'm Dr. Mylan. Nisabula Vinaka, the Honorable Dr. Oscar Wambrau, Rector of University Cenderawasih, the Honorable Professor Mesak Ik, Dean of Ekonomi and Bisnis Fakulty of Cenderawasih University, the Honorable Professor Agustinus Salle, the Honorable Dr. Juliana Waromi, representative of the University of South Pacific, our student, both from Cenderawasih University and the University of South Pacific, and distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of the Accounting Department of Cenderawasih University, I would like to express our great thanks and appreciation to all participants and your contribution in this webinar. This very important event will be the big leap for Cenderawasih University, particularly the accounting department, to start an international participants with USP. It will also lead to enhance the academic quality of both institution as well as to broaden the culture. I know, I believe that the topic that have been discussed today brings the broad understanding of how the Papua government administrates their source of fund to achieve accountability and transparency. We're looking forward to have another event and issue to discuss together that brings mutual benefit to both institutions. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Finaka Fukaraifu. Thank you, Mr. Alia.
Thank you, Dr. Mylan Kamboya, for your closing speech. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our webinar session today. But please do not forget to complete the attendance list that has been shared. Thank you for your participation today. See you on the next event. Have a great day, all.
Thank you. Good morning, Pak Elia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you
Yeah.
for joining the webinar. Hi, Ibu Christine.
Thank you all.
Hi, Fadli.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Join.
Yeah.
Of Elsa. Oh, we've,
You promised that you will take a picture.
yeah. Elsa, you forget to take.
Yeah, thank you, Ibu Dr. Yuli. In picture group,
Yes.
Yes.
finalist.
Okay.
I've taken several photos while Dr. Mylan presenting her closing speech, but because a lot of participants here turning off their camera, and I don't know, I forget to remind them to open the camera, but I already taken some pictures of us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Elia.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Uh,
Hi,
ada
Fadli.
Papa